I'm Robert.
And I'm David.
We're the Seven Brothers. And this is Trust No One, Drink Everything.
Drink it all.
All.
This is a channel where we like to, talk about conspiracy theories and have a little suds. I like to bring some conspiracy theories to catch people off guard.
And I bring the beers that are at least delightfully tasteful to me. And, try something new that I haven't had or, you haven't had. And maybe you might actually like it.
Oh, okay. Wait, what's that noise? Do you hear that? He's back.
The invincible Ironbeard has returned.
Ironbeard.
So Mr. Ironbeard, so what's your channel called? He's on a channel.
I have two channels, the invincible Ironbeard, of course, and Ironbeard Premium Roast.
Roast. We like it. Well, today we're talking about predictive programming. I know, right? But first, let's get to that pour.
Usual pops of the cans. That's... All right, folks. This wonderful golden apparatus over here. Did I use apparatus?
I think you said apparatus.
Okay. Well, anyway, this beer here, it's the name on this wonderful piece is called Golden Hour. Hails from a brewery in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. A place called Trail Brewing. New Trail. I've actually had quite a few of their beers. They've kind of become a new, I don't want to say Sam Adams, but they put out a plethora of flavors consistently. This thing comes in at a whopping 8.5% ABV.
I'm only laughing over here because you said it's like a Sam Adams, and I don't even know Sam Adams. I'm just saying.
Anybody know Sam Adams beers?
I've heard of Sam Adams, but do you think I've ever had, I don't know how many flavors Sam Adams has.
Well,
it's like telling me Budweiser has 17
Tits is what it is. I honestly, this thing has it's Mosaic and Nelson hops, if I'm not mistaken.
Mosaic? What is a Mosaic hop?
Truthfully, when it gets into the hops, they've gotten so many of them now that I couldn't even give you a full-fledged flavoring palette for it. Yeah, but it's
is it colorful? Do you think Mosaic sounds colorful, doesn't it?
Yeah, like a mixture.
Yeah, I think that sounds colorful. Okay.
Fair enough.
All right. So today, I like your guys' reactions.
Hey, listen, before you even get into
yeah. It's good. Cheers.
I don't want you to try and jump the gun on this.
Sorry. All right. So today, we're talking about predictive programming. What is predictive programming, right? I feel like that was your. I feel like this is your assumption to both of you.
This is that stupid look on my face. I know it looks normal most of the time, but this is one of those I'm kind of at a loss at the moment.
Here we go. This is a conspiracy theory that claims governments or elites use fictional media, movies, TV shows, books, etc., as a mass mind control tool to make the public more accepting of planned future events or basically any type of social changes. That is what the conspiracy theory is. So meaning governments and, behind the scenes entities control what we consume to mind control us. That is called predictive programming.
Or even they put things out to see how people react to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This reminds me of that movie with Roddy Piper. They Live.
Yeah.
It's a good one. All right, so the way I have this one broke down is I've got it set up. So what are the claims of the conspiracy theory? What are the real world events that they're saying the conspiracy theory has gotten us to accept? What are the skeptic viewpoints of it? And then, of course, what is the scientific explanation of what's actually going on? Okay, so that's what we got today. Okay, so what is it? What are the claims of this conspiracy theory? So here are the claims. Psychological conditioning. The theory suggests that by reporting or repeatedly exposing the public to certain scenarios, ideas, or symbols in entertainment, those in power basically condition people to view those events as natural or inevitable when they happen in real life. This lesson basically it lessens the amount of public, resistance or any type of uprising or anybody. So kind of like, let me give you an example of that. So here's a good example of that. You ready? Or actually, wait. Before I give you a good example, I'm going to go through a couple more of these, and then we'll kind of unpack the whole thing. So the next one, hidden in plain sight. Conspiracy theorists often argue that references to planned atrocities or significant events are intentionally hidden in popular media as a form of leaking the plans, which is often used as evidence that the event was intentional and part of a conspiracy.
Give me an example here.
I'm getting to them. Okay, so here's an example of it. Ready? Mm-hmm. Notable real-world events that theorists claim were predicted include September 11 is one of the big ones. Besides that one, another big one would be the sinking of the Titanic was originally written in a novel in 1898 called Fertility, which featured a similar ship named the Titan that sunk in the exact same way.
Yep.
So this is like, so in other words, so for instance, so with 9/11, like the Simpsons, they had the 9/11 poster on the wall. Simpsons did it.
They predicted everything, right?
Mm-hmm. The other one that shall not be named is a pandemic that happened. We're not going to name that one, but that one has a ton of movies like Contagion and other things that have to go about that too, that happened prior to that happening. So this is basically saying that we're being programmed to accept things before they happen, and they're strategically doing it is what's going on. Thoughts?
Well, I could totally see that. I mean, there's even songs you can hear that are subliminal messaging. So it's kind of, I get
it's all in the same thing, like a subliminal message. Yes.
So I get what you're saying. So you're trying to push something in as like it's preemptively getting us ready so it doesn't hit the fan as hard per se.
Yeah. It's kind of like, you ever see that have you guys seen that clip they put together with like I don't even know how many different news medias where they were saying something and they're all saying the exact same thing.
Script, yeah.
It's like it's a script, so they're supposed to say it. So basically meaning somebody controls all those news medias to make them all say the exact same thing, thus meaning we're all being brainwashed. That's part of predictive programming. Does that make sense?
And they get those scripts from the government. I forget I believe there was a bill where they used to not be allowed to put propaganda on the news, but I believe there was a bill, I want to say during
like Bill Clinton?
No, like a law, not a law, but like HR or something or other, where the government is allowed to spread propaganda through the media.
Okay.
I don't remember what the number of it is. It has a specific number. You could look it up. And there's a card game. Maybe it's called the Illuminati card game, but it has a lot of weird stuff, just like how The Simpsons does.
Yeah, The Simpsons. I mean, there's so many. Like, do you remember the scene where it showed like Trump going up the escalator or whatever?
Yeah.
And then like in real life, that like legitimately was the exact same scene with the exact same people.
And
like, it was a little
there's
weird.
one where they have their hands like on this like
that ball or whatever.
Yeah.
You seen that one?
Yeah.
But I mean, that's with so many things. There's so many different things that you see
Could that
in
just
movies.
Be coincidence, though. Also,
we're gonna get to the skeptic viewpoint and stuff, so we'll get to that. But I'm saying, but let's just focus on the things that we see that come true, or like how many different, like for instance, think about it this way: how ahead of the time was it for like Star Trek and Star Wars? And think about this for a second. They had on those shows, they had like talking to people, video conversations before it even existed.
Like a Zoom meeting.
Yeah, the Zoom meetings. They had Zoom meetings before Zoom meetings existed. They had
their telecommunicators.
Their telecommunicators. They had all sorts of stuff that exists now.
Flip phones.
Well, think about it, though. If somebody just had the ideal of it, so it was just like it hadn't been invented yet, but it gave somebody the ideal to make it happen.
But that's what science fiction, especially Star Trek, it's somewhat based on reality, and like Albert Einstein said, like imagination is more important than like knowledge. Like if you didn't have the imagination to think of what to create, you wouldn't.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's like somebody coming up with an idea, but that also brings into some of the horrific stuff you see in life.
Yeah.
So people being killed certain ways to, like, you implant that bug into somebody, but that comes into that whole subliminal.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody sees you here, it's almost like monkey see, monkey do. So
the whole point of the conspiracy is basically to say we're either going to test things to see how the public reacts to them through the media and such, or we're going to slowly trickle things out until we can reveal what we want to reveal, or we're going to continuously say something to you until you just believe it.
Yeah, that's a big one. They just repeat the same phrases over and over.
It's like mantras, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
So it's like mantras.
Most people don't think for themselves. They just repeat what someone else has told them or something they've heard. And the more often you hear it, the more it's in your head, and you're going to end up saying it yourself.
That's like half the stuff that you watch on, like, TikTok or Facebook.
Exactly.
Somebody makes all these fake, like, trailers to movies, to the stuff that you believe is actually happening in actual real news, and it's not real. It's just people are just putting it up there to see how far it goes. You implant that bug, it starts, and see how far the rabbit hole goes down.
I will tell you, with AI.
AI is scary.
Here's the thing. So when you talk about TikToks and YouTube Shorts and stuff, I will tell you, you can usually tell what's AI most of the time. I mean, they're getting really good, but the ones they do are getting funnier and funnier. There's some good ones out there. There's some really good ones. I showed you a couple.
Yeah.
See, some of the music ones.
The music's crazy.
It's unreal, knowing the fact that none of it is real. The voices, nothing, but it's on par. You'd almost think it was done in a real studio.
So then you would say somebody who believes in this predictive programming, if they were all about it and believed in predictive programming, that they might try to use that in social media to try to get the masses to believe in all sorts of things, right?
I would.
Yeah. So that's what we're talking about here. Okay. So here's I'll give you the skeptical viewpopoint. Okay, here you go. Here's
Kimbo slice me.
This is what Kimbo slice. This is what the skeptics say. Coincidences. With the vast amount of media produced, it is statistically probable that some fictional elements will coincidentally resemble future real-world events.
Yeah.
I mean, that's statistics. That's like, you guys ever heard of the Bible Code?
I have, yeah.
So when you talk about the Bible Code, they take the book and then they find messages. If you take all the punctuation out and you just squish all the letters together and you skip so many characters, you'll find words in there. Well, really, you could do that in any book, right?
Yeah.
It's like you could find anything you want. So just statistically, you're going to find something if you're looking for it. That's what it is.
It's all what you see.
It's like Nostradamus. How many things did he predict that didn't come true versus how many things he predicted that came true?
That's like seeing Jesus in a piece of toast.
He was there.
I'm saying, when you see pictures or something, your mind sees it. It's like looking at the clouds. So, like, eventually something, you believe it, you see it. So you think it, somebody's going to see it. So.
Okay. Well, this next one is framing bias. Okay. People may see patterns in random data and interpret information in a way that confirms their existing beliefs.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what you're saying. Yes. That's the skeptic thing.
Yeah, there's something they want to find, they will find it.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yep.
Social commentary, self-fulfilling prophecies. Many fictional works use current scientific trends, social anxieties, or political possibilities as inspiration. This can sometimes lead to scenarios that resemble future reality or even inspire people to pursue related inventions or actions rather than being part of a top-down control agenda. So kind of like we guys talked about it. So it's like, so they basically are basing like Star Trek and Star Wars and all these other things on things that they think could be true in the future.
Yeah.
And then they just happen to come true. It's not they already knew about them. They're just saying that these guys were smart enough when they made those shows that things came true. That's all.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Wait, there was a Star Wars show?
No, not a show. That was a Star Wars movie. I mean, there's shows now, isn't there? Yeah, there's tons of Star Wars shows now.
Yeah.
There's tons of them. And then the last thing that skeptics would say is information. Images and clips from media are frequently digitally altered or taken out of context to fit the conspiracy narrative, as has been widely debunked in examples related to The Simpsons, apparently. So apparently they're saying that a lot of that was taken out of context. Like, I think the one I remember seeing was, so the 9/11 thing, they actually had, Simpsons actually said, they literally put it at $9 because they thought it was cheap because it was the price. So it was $9. They just, that was the only reason they put 9 there. They literally were like, we just put 9 there because we thought that was cheap. That was it. So it wasn't because they knew something. It's that's what the guys said.
Yeah.
You know? But again, look and see, you might find it.
Well, that kind of goes into Mike Judge in Idiocracy.
Love that movie.
Great movie. But it kind of like proves some facts that like it honestly came true. As weird as it sounds, it's like the Crocs.
So the Crocs in that show, my favorite thing about that was the fact that they were like, I want the ugliest shoe
Possible, yes.
possible.
Mike Judge, like, literally went and found this company that, like, not a shout out for it, but he found a shoe that was, like, he thought looked stupid.
That nobody would ever wear.
These, and they are now, like, one of the biggest worn things. It was almost like he did the downfall himself by putting it into the movie. That is, like, one of the most popular things to wear now, you know? That movie has so many, like, things that, like, I honestly believe are coming true, you know?
There is a ton in there. Have you seen Idiocracy?
No.
Oh, you need to go watch that. You guys need to watch Idiocracy. It's hilarious. It's a great movie.
If you haven't seen it, watch it.
Great movie. So, but yeah, I'm liking this one so far. I guess you know what that means, though. We got to get to our next one. So what's that mean? That means let's get to that next pour.
If you guys could only hear it up close from the mic. Look at that head. All right, boys and girls. This next one we got coming in here is called Shredhead. This comes from a city, Camp Hill, Pennsylvania. I believe the brewer is Ever Grain Brewing. I've actually been there. It's actually a pretty huge place. A nice place.
Evergreen?
Evergrain.
Oh, Evergrain. Play on words.
Grain,
Got it.
Evergrain. All right. This thing is at a 5.2% 5.2% ABV.
Oh, that's a light one.
Yeah, it is a little bit lighter for my taste. It's a hazy IPA. Yeah. Shred it.
All right. Cheers. All right. So, so talking about predictive programming. So before I get into the scientific explanation of what they say is actually happening, I'd like to hear your guys' more thoughts on what you think could be predictive programming, or what you think, how you interpret what we've talked about.
You mean like the government watching us, right?
Yeah, whichever way you think it goes.
So that would be like every type of, I guess, your technology you're using from your phone for shopping, for instance, right? So you're on Amazon, you look up one thing. I guess like a store could, like, things you may like. Mm-hmm. But then it's funny how you could look up one thing, like, say, I felt like looking up porn. I know it sounds weird, but after that, they're soulmates. Everything's a soulmate. Soulmate. Or if you look up a grill, like literally, now it's nothing but grills. They want you to buy it. So you look up one thing, and it's
okay. So
would you consider that
well,
almost like an algorithm of sorts?
So here's okay. So I see what you're saying there, but I'm gonna play devil's advocate here.
Mm-hmm.
So you're searching on Google for something, right?
Yep.
Okay. So all the
Bing, any one of those major servers,
all the big tech companies are basically in cahoots with each other. And they are all about keeping eyeballs in content, so in advertising dollars. So really, is that programming you, or is that just saying, hey, he looked at this, maybe we want to feed him more of that because we're going to keep his attention longer so he can get more advertising dollars? Is really where I think that comes from. I don't think that's them. I don't think they're listening in a malicious way, so to speak. More of a how can I make more money way is really what it is.
Well, it's kind of like I agree that's like an advertising thing, to make money, but it makes me think of like what they call psyops, and what I think with a lot of like all the various conspiracy fantasies that they don't want you to know this knowledge, but somehow the algorithms on social media promote it. What I think is going on is they are trying to dumb everyone down, and if you can get people to question everything, then they don't believe anything, and then you can fill their heads with whatever lies you want them to think are true.
Idiocracy.
TNODE. Just saying. Anyway, I agree. I agree that it's definitely. I was thinking about this and thinking about subliminal mention. Remember, what records can you play backwards and they say different things?
I believe Little Nicky did it best.
Yes.
Was it Chicago Kicks? Yeah. Or was it the Carpenters? Or was it Chicago?
No, it was Chicago. I think it was
They're
Chicago.
like, check out Ozzy. Oh,
Worship the
devil.
devil. I remember that. That was good. That was good. Which, by the way, they said, I heard there's rumors they could bring back a Little Nicky, too. If Adam Sandler, if you're out there, you should do that because we love Little Nicky. So I'm just saying. It's a great movie.
Popeyes is the shit.
I'm from the deep south. So, all right. So I'm going to get into some of the scientific explanations for why we have a conspiracy theory that even has to suggest predictive programming. Here we go. Again, kind of like what the skeptics say, but this is the scientific version of it, is basically pattern perception. This is a human tendency to see meaningful images or patterns in random or ambiguous visual stimuli. Conspiracy theorists often connect the dots between fictional elements and real-world elements, perceiving intentional patterns where only random coincidences exist. It's just random. They're saying
it's like a part of our, that's something that evolution put into us to see patterns. The problem is, are you seeing these patterns and making thoughts based on reality, or are you seeing these patterns and are your biases or what you're looking for making you see something that's not really there?
Listen, I, at least once a day, sit up on my porcelain throne, okay? And while I'm sitting on the porcelain throne, I look at this, floor I got, which is like a fake marble.
Oh, yeah,
and
wood grain.
And I swear I've seen at least 4 or 5 different faces while I've been sitting there before in the floor.
Yeah, what did they call that? There's a name for that. And that's another evolutionary thing to see, eyes looking at you.
Yeah, how many cars do you look at and go oh, that car kind of looks like a face?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, how does that? It happens all the time.
Well, actually, the one that cracks me up, if you're going to mention cars, it's like how you buy a car and you normally don't see them, but after you bought it, you see them everywhere.
Yeah.
Because you're not
You're
looking.
not
You're looking for the
them,
pattern.
But now that you've owned that car, you're driving in it. Now you see them everywhere. It's like something you just never paid attention to.
Okay. The next one on the list is hindsight bias. After a significant event occurs, basically a disaster or technological advancement, something like that, people tend to view the event as having been more predictable than it actually was. This "I knew it all along" kind of quote. So people tend to accept the fact that, oh, I knew that was going to happen, or I knew that was going to be a thing, because they subliminally seen it somehow or some way before, is basically what that says. Next one, though, is confirmation bias. Individuals tend to seek, interpret, and remember information in a way that confirms their pre-existing beliefs or hypotheses. Believers in predictive programming actively search for clues in the media and disregard the countless fictional scenarios that never come true. So again, just looking for what you want to see.
Yeah, and your brain chemically rewards you when you find something that supports your bias.
Yeah. So, in summary, the phenomenon described by conspiracy theorists as predictive programming is not a form of intentional mind control. Instead, it is a result of cognitive bias that causes people to perceive meaningful patterns and intentions in random coincidences, combined with fundamental human need to find certainty and explanations of complex or traumatic world events. Check.
Please.
Well, we go back to what you're saying about that clip with all the different media outlets
Yeah,
throughout
yeah.
the country all saying the exact same script. I mean, that right there seems like an obvious attempt to program people's way of thinking, like a way to mold society into going a certain route or believing we need to do this
Or is it just a lazy producer and just copy and pastes and sends it to all the media outcasts?
yeah.
And that's the script, and they're just putting it up on the teleprompter, and that's just what they read. You know, because they're just like, well, we own all these media outlets, and this is just, I don't feel like rewriting a new broadcast for everything, so we're just going to copy and paste it and give it to all of them.
Yeah. Somebody out there, it's not new news. It's like somebody else just put it out there. So instead of trying to find out, this is what we just heard, we're going to run with what we just heard.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if this would be in the same thing, but there's this one thing they call problem reaction solution, where a problem is created, it elicits a reaction from the people that demand a solution to the problem. They already have the solution in mind because it's what they actually wanted to do in the first place. So they're like, oh, okay, well, here's the solution that you want, but it's really what they wanted all along.
So it's kind of like if I hit him, he hits me back, so I kick him in the nuts. So I planned on kicking him in the nuts, but I wanted to give myself a reason to.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Is that kind of what you're saying?
Well, it's like you do something that usually it's based on emotion. Like you get people emotionally thinking instead of rationally thinking, and your emotions cloud your judgment. And so the easiest emotions to manipulate are fear.
Yep.
Or basic survival necessities. So they get you scared, like, oh, we have to give up certain freedoms so that we can be safer.
Correct.
And
They
whittle it down.
They literally do that all the time.
Yeah.
They say it in the name of justice or freedom.
Or we got to protect the children.
Yeah, or something, and then all of a sudden they strip something away from you. Or why is it? And this is just completely random while you're talking about this. Is why is it when they're like, hey, why is it when the government says, hey, we want to do this bill to give money to somebody? Well, shouldn't it just be the bill about giving money to something, not like the 70,000 other things, or it's a 30,000-page document to say, hey, we want to give money to this country? Why does all the other stuff have to actually be in there?
Yeah, like they're like,
that's crazy to me.
They're like, oh, well, they voted against this bill that's going to do this, but there's like 100 other things slapped on top of it.
And then the reason, why I really think that happens is because nobody wants to agree on anything. So what happens is they purposely put random things that they won't agree to, just to not get anything done.
Yeah,
I'm just saying they purposely put crap in there, going, oh, they'll never agree to that, so we'll just do that.
Well, yeah, and I think personally, I call it the two-party illusion. I think both sides are working
together, but they give it
they give you that
your democracy.
They give you that choice.
So,
they give you that team to join.
And the reason I brought that up, and the reason I was waiting to see if you guys got there, is if that is true, that one-party system would own all of media, thus be able to program us in any way they want. Correct?
Yeah.
So
social engineering. Yeah.
So thus meaning, if there's a puppet master pulling all the strings behind the scenes, would predictive programming be real? That's what this is all about. It's all about, is it actually happening, or is it just strange coincidences? That's where we're going with this.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, I'm sure some of it is just a coincidence, but some of it seems a little.
Oh, there's definitely something there. There's definitely, like, you dig into it. It's I think a lot of it's coincidence, but I believe some of it is legit. It's real.
Is it like playing that game, Two Truths and a Lie? So that way, you tell so many truths, but then there's a lie in there, and you just kind of like, you don't know which one's what. So then it's just kind of like this chaos, this engineered chaos of, well, they're saying these are true, so then this other thing must be true. Like, that's,
Oh, yeah, like when you tell a lie, you have a certain amount of truth in the lie.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think there's
it's all on how you word something. Because you can actually say all kinds of lies without lying. It's just in how you word something.
So, for instance, like
I've had people say, "Well, I didn't lie to you." Well, you didn't tell me the truth either. You know,
I just left out a few things.
yeah. So
I didn't lie to you, I
when
just left
when his wife says, "Hey, does this look good?" And when she's putting on some new outfit, and he's even mentioned the outfit, he's just saying she looks beautiful. That's how that goes. Sorry, dears.
Sometimes that's a survival.
That's a survival instinct.
Yeah.
It is because I believe my wife would actually shank me. So I do it out of fear. It's survival.
It's survival. Survival instincts. All right. So before I hear your final thoughts, let's get to these. Let's get some of these beers here. So what do we got? So what was the first one called again?
First one was Golden Hour from New Trail.
Golden Hour. I'm telling you what. I'm gonna go first on this one. The first one, Golden Hour. 6. I'm going with 6. That's it. Just 6.
Wow, straightforward. How about you, Ironbeard?
As I said before, I'm not really an IPA guy. I'm gonna have to give it a 4.
4, a little lower on the spectrum. Surprisingly, it was weird for me for a New Trail because a lot of them all have been tasting a lot the same, like they're changing a single hop. That was surprisingly good with me. It's a little higher, but lower at the same time. I'm gonna give it a 6. I'm gonna stick with the on end one too.
6. All right. So then, what's this one called?
Well, this was the Shredhead.
Shredhead.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll go first again. I'll go around. We'll keep this going here. So Shredhead for me. This one, it just didn't. It's just very. I'm going straight with it. It's a 4. Done.
Okay. All right. I'm going to jump in here, and I'm going to give it... I'm going to actually go with I'm going to use one of those halves. Actually, I'm going to use a quarter, just because, like, you hate when I use
Oh, my gosh.
I'm not even going to give it a full 7. I'm going to go a 6.75.
Why not a 6.76?
I like the quarters.
Okay. All right.
Ironbeard?
I'm going to have to give it a 3. I like the name. At first, it made me think of Shredder from TMNT.
Like it?
Then I saw the art, and I realized he's shredding down the mountain.
Yeah.
So I like that, but
It's an eyeball... Yeah, it's an eyeball shredding.
Snowboarding.
Yeah, snowboarding.
So I could dig that, but yeah, I'm gonna have to. But then again, I'm not really into IPAs, so.
Yeah. I think it's snowboarding. SSX, I love that game. Just saying, I like that game a lot.
Oh yeah.
So, very citrusy though.
Yeah. So let's get into predictive programming. I'm gonna shoot it to you first. Okay, so here's I'm gonna pose it in this way.
You're doing poses?
Yes. Strike a pose. Yeah. So I'm gonna present it to you in this way.
All right.
Predictive programming. So on the trust scale, 100 being you fully believe, what is the likelihood that we are being programmed versus coincidences?
I'm going to go, I'll be a little bit higher, and I'm probably like a 60, 65.
So 60, 65 that we are being programmed.
Yes.
Versus just general coincidences.
Yes.
Okay. Over to you, Mr. Beard.
I'm going to say that we are 100% being programmed, but not everything is a program. There are coincidences. But just because not everything is a program doesn't mean it's not happening. So I believe, yes, they are social engineering.
Got it.
That's what I mean. Is I'm in there. It's 65% of it is programming to me. So 100%, yes, it is happening. But like 65% of it is programmed. The rest is coincidence.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So you're saying
100% happening.
So you're saying it's happening, but only 65% of the time you think it's happening.
Yes.
Got it. But you're saying so you're kind of the same.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know about the. I'm not going to give a number for how much is actually happening, but I'm going to say it is happening, but not everything is.
Yeah, I'm 100% with Ironbeard on this. That yes, it's 100% happening. I believe that, but not all the time. So I'm with you. I'm probably around maybe that 35% coincidence, like a 65. Now, mind you, that's just a rough figure throwing. You know what I mean?
I happen to agree with both of you. I think that it is definitely happening in some way, shape, or form. Again, how much it's happening, I don't know, but I definitely think it's out there, it's happening. So you know what that means, folks? It means keep an open mind, think for yourself, and don't always regurgitate what other people say. We call that word vomit.
Yeah, like most people do not think for themselves. They just repeat what they've been told or what they've heard. It's very rare that you'll find someone that actually thinks for themselves.
Speaks
It's
for
not
himself?
easy.
No,
It's not.
It's like you've been stuff's been embedded so far into your head that you say what you believe because you've been told to say it that way.
And we're emotional creatures, and emotion can be very easily manipulated. And when you're thinking emotionally, you're not thinking. You're reacting to your feelings, which are real.
Ironbeard, that is why I am as cool as I am. You want to know why? Because my mom says I am.
Yes.
Yeah. That's how I know you're cool, because your mom told me too.
My mom and my grandmother told me I am awesome.
So real quick, before we get off of here, before we end this out, I'm going to go around the horn real quick and just give me just yes or no. I just want a yes or no. Is there a one world shadow government that runs everything?
Yes.
Yes or no?
No, there's not.
Oh.
I think there's a couple factions.
Oh, it's a fight.
Yeah.
It's part of the lizard people. Never mind. All right.
They live.
They live.
Watch it.
They live.
It's
Watch
reality.
All right, listen, folks. That's what we have for the rest for you today. I'm Robert.
it. And I'm David.
We're the Severn Brothers.
And that's the Ironbeard.
The invincible Ironbeard.
This is Trust No One, Drink Everything.
TNODE.
Till next time. All right, guys. I hope you like this. Maybe. I know he doesn't. Or do you?
I do.
You do?
Don't lie.
Okay. I'm not trying to lie. Well, is it?
Is it?
Do you trust us?
Trust us?
Trust us enough to actually hit a notification or a like?
Yep.
Or
Yes,
even
you do.
give us one of those little poop emojis down in the comments.
You gonna leave some poop for me?
Just leave one of those poop emojis down in
Bro,
the comments.
I got a plunger for that.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Let us know.